Hi everyone, welcome back to Fimo Tutorials. It's been a long time I didn't post anything here and I want to apologize for that. It's just I was very busy with stuff. I was producing a lot of art, I was making many new paintings, I was showing them here in Germany and abroad, and I was doing many collaborations with players from around the globe. I was traveling, I was giving workshops, I was attending workshops. So many things really, and basically my focus shifted during the last year, which means also in the future I will do much less tutorials than I used to. But saying this, I definitely want to continue this channel because I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy my community. I got so much good feedback from all of you. So thanks again, everyone, for your nice comments and your amazing support, your help to grow this channel. So yeah, I'm really happy to be back here today, and I want to kick things off with this beautiful cane that is a rather simple basket weave pattern. So it's nothing new really, but it has a very nice color scheme. I think I'm combining orange and blue, which is a classic of course because they're complementary colors, and then it has this nice green in here, and of course you can also do this cane with other colors, but I did put some thought in this, so I want to show you the idea. There's basically two blends. This one is light blue with dark blue. I mixed both of these colors from the same original blue. This is blue with white 1-to-1, and that's the same blue with black. And the contrast here is very high. We have a very bright color and a very dark color. Whereas in this blend, the contrast is not so high, but both colors are very saturated because I took them both straight from the pack. So it's a very pure orange and a very pure red. And this is a little bit the concept of this cane, to have these two unequal blends. One plays with brightness and the other one plays with value. And both blends are 10 by 12 centimeters at a level 0, the thickest level of my machine. And in both blends I'm giving more space, more volume to the lighter color, especially here. Blending orange and red can be quite tricky because, at least with my clay, the red has a very high pigmentation, so it tends to overshadow the orange. So you want to give less space, much less space to the red. It could be even less than that, you know, depending on the clay you use. And then we'll need a bit more of that red and of the dark blue, just a tiny little bit for an outline later. And this is our third color, a rather neutral green on the coldish side. I used a lot of turquoise to mix this. Now we want to turn both blends into a bullseye cane. So we'll fold it in half like this and run it through the machine like that in this direction. Make it a little bit thinner maybe to get a nice long strip, and then we'll roll it up starting from the dark end. We want the dark color on the inside of our bullseye cane. Actually, on both canes I added a layer of the pure light color from the outside because, again, this light color, it has a tendency to disappear in the blend. And now we want to cut both canes into 4 pieces each along the middle. And these 4 quarters, we will push the light color towards that dark center and pull it up towards the middle and trying to close in that that red. And at the same time we can also start to make it a little bit flat like this. So in the end it should look something like that. We want to have the light color on most of the outside and only a little bit of that red on top visible. So I'll do that with all 4 pieces. So here's our 4 pieces. I can already make them more flat because now we're gonna join them all together with the red facing to one side. I'll make it the top. And this, maybe some of you might be familiar with this technique because a lot of people use it. It's quite popular to make a petal cane. You know, this makes a really nice petal if you make the whole thing round like a petal. But we want to make it square. So I'm making this really nice and flat. So this is our final cane. I mean, not the final one, but our final component. And it should look something like this. It's a rectangle, and it's maybe 2 by 3 is the proportions of this rectangle. And 3 sides should be orange, and the red is only visible on one side. So I'll do the same with the blue. At this point, it's nice to add more detail to the pattern. And this is really simple. What we're gonna do is I just stretch this cane, make it more flat, and then I'll cut it in half and double it up. Now here you could, you could double it like that, but I will mirror my cane because there's a lot of mirroring going on in our final cane, so it's nice to stick to that logic. And then I will just reduce it further down until I get to that same shape that it had before. So it should look something like this. We basically doubled the amount of lines inside here, so it looks nicer and more detailed. And now our leftover dark color comes in, because we'll cover one side of each cane with the corresponding dark color, and we will end up with a cane that has two dark colors, two dark sides and two light sides. And then I will again reduce this cane to twice the length and cut it in half. So now we have all our components. We have these two canes that we cut in half, so it's 4 pieces now, and they should all have the same length and the same proportions. It's still the original 2x3 that we had in the beginning, and this is the green that we'll use for the center, and I made it into a square log, and it's the same length, and the width of this square is a bit less than the short side of these canes. It's maybe half, a bit more than half. And then it's just a matter of assembling, and I'll do that standing so you can see it better. So let's start with one of these blue canes, and I will add this green one here on that dark corner, and I will align it on that short dark side, and here it's touching that wide dark side. And then I will take one of the orange ones, and it will go here. Now again, we gotta watch how we want the short red side aligned here along the green, and we want that wide red side touching the dark side here. So it's already perfect like this, and this should align on both sides. And then we'll take our other blue piece, and it will go here. And now again, we want that dark side aligned here on the green, so that's right, but we want that dark side here touching the red, so we got to flip it over like this. Again, it should align on both sides. And now this piece, well, it's already right. You know, we want these two red sides touching, facing to the inside, touching the dark side here and the dark side there, and the green. And this makes our finished block. And the rest of this cane it's just mirroring, so it should be fun. And I will start by reducing the whole thing to, again, maybe twice the length. And now I want to cut it in half. Find the center, and then, as I said before, we're gonna mirror it, and here you can see how the pattern is already coming along. And then I will trim it again, cut it again in half in the middle, should be here. And now this is really my favorite part of this whole cane, because it's so satisfying to watch that pattern coming along. And yeah, that's it basically. I mean, of course you could keep on doing this like I did here in that cane that I showed you in the beginning. You know, it's four times these pieces, but you might as well do that when you're tiling the slices together into your veneer. So yeah, Thanks for watching, and thanks again for staying with me all the time that I was absent, and see you soon.